Hey, Shake Out the Moms Play Boys. I'm back in this video. We're reacting to another Kevin Samuels video. All right. Shout out to the Godfather. Rest in peace. All right. Before we get into the video, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel. Channel's blowing up. Trying to hit 1,000 subs. Soon as we hit 1,000 subs, I'm going to improve the total quality of my content. I promise. All right. Today's video is called Pretty Privilege. Why should I compete? I think it's going to be good. Like, subscribe. Let's get right into it.
Are you pretty enough to find a man? Saying it.
Hi, sorry. Let me turn on some light.
You gotta turn off the. You have to turn off the TV in the background.
Yes, I did. Hi.
Hello. Let me.
How are you?
I'm okay. How old are you?
I am 34.
All right. So we're talking about pretty privilege. Are you single?
I'm dating.
Single meaning unmarried.
Right. Yes.
Okay. So for everybody who's going in, single simply means unmarried.
Okay.
If you're not married, you're single. Dating.
Okay. Fair.
You need children.
I have one.
Okay. So disagreement issue, what? What's the problem with pretty privilege?
I do think it exists.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I would be ready to fight multiple women for it.
Okay. Well, how old is your child?
She'll be 12 next month.
Okay. So let me reverse this. Why should a man be competitive for you?
Why should I? Man, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I think that I bring good qualities.
So do those other men. Everything you're gonna say to men, that.
You're right. I'm not going to disagree. You're right.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But I think it just becomes.
But I'm a woman and I'm entitled.
I don't think so much entitled, but I think sometimes it can be degrading.
Then get a girlfriend.
I'm sorry, say again.
Then get a girlfriend.
I don't want a girlfriend.
Look, ma'am, let's take it away from you.
Okay.
And let's go to the animal kingdom. Okay?
Okay.
The males of any species has to fight to reproduce, right? Hold on. True or false?
You're correct.
So every male that wants to have sex with a female just doesn't free access. He has to earn it, right?
Correct.
And in order to keep reproducing, he has to continue to fight, right?
After he already gets her?
Yes, every season, when a woman comes into season, there are new male challengers to come along, right? This is the Lion King. Disney showed us this. So every season, and as long as he can win, he can mate, right?
Correct.
The women don't mate with the men who don't win, correct?
Correct.
Right.
Okay.
He loses, can he mate? If he loses, does he continue to get to mate?
No.
Right. So men have to compete. Women have to submit.
I gotta compete.
No, women have to submit. But see, here's the thing. The lionesses do 90% of the hunting. And they do all the raising of the kids. And the men are out doing what they gotta do. And they come home and you got the gazelle and the antelope and the wildebeest maid. And the only time I need to get up is if I need to go slap that water buffalo or fuck with them hyenas. Outside of that, leave me alone and keep them kids over there. And then when you're in the mood, get your aunties and your cub sisters to keep these kids, and we're gonna go over here and have sex for 4 days straight. You ever had sex for 4 days straight?
Not straight, no.
Mm-hmm. Straight. Not straight. Take a 12, 15, 20-minute break. But that's the lion. But see, you understand that. And what comes along with that. There are more lionesses than lions. So I say all that to say, y'all act like what y'all have to do is so damn difficult. And what we're supposed to do is just expected.
Mm.
No, I don't think that is difficult per se, but I do think that at some point, when do you see my value? Like, how long do I have to keep competing and
Until you die.
all?
Until you
Oh my
die.
God.
And that's actually a good point. She's like, how long do I need to keep competing? How long does a man need to keep making six figures? How long does a man need to keep staying in shape? Can he just meet you in shape and then fall out of shape? Can he meet you with the money and lose all the money? Not at all. We got to compete to the day we die. See, women look at it in life like men should just compete forever until we die. We should stay fit, stay having money, and once they show us their value, that's it. They just throw in the towel, and we got to compete for them. And I understand she's a single mom, attractive woman, so she probably looks at it like she's too good for the average guy. Even though she has a kid and liabilities, she looks at it like I'm too good for him. I'm too pretty for you. I can't. You can get nowhere. You can't be near me, and that's how they are. Average women don't want average men. It's sad, but it's true.
I died.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Were your mother and father married?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Were your grandparents married?
Yes.
How long were your grandparents married?
They're still married. I mean, they're well in their 80s, so it's been 30+ years.
Okay. Your grandmother still competes with your grandfather every day. Does she know what he
Not for
likes?
other women, though.
But she still competes.
With
She knows
who?
what well, have you ever sat down and asked your grandmother what it's like to try to keep your grandfather?
Yes, there's been stories of he was a high value man. He was in the community and all that stuff, and
So
she did
she had
tell
to
stories.
compete to keep him.
Not keep, because she had him, but there were other women that she would have to, put them in their place if she felt disrespected, stuff like that.
That's fighting to keep him. Ma'am, okay. The way a woman keeps a man is you keep him happy and keep him coming home.
Mm.
So your grandparents are married. Your parents are married. You have a child. Why aren't you married at this point? Because you have the kid already.
Right.
Why not? So you
He
saw the
wasn't high
pattern.
valued, and I wasn't competing.
Okay, but see, why have the baby?
Mm.
You're right. I was young and dumb. You're right.
You went to sex ed. You're old enough to know what happens. We can't keep giving y'all excuses for being young and dumb. You were reckless.
Correct.
Mm.
So now, do you ever want to get married?
I'm on the fence, but yes.
Okay. Do you want any more children?
No.
Mm.
Then if men marry for legacy, that means there's no reason to marry a woman like you, especially since you have a kid.
Mm.
See, what we have to stop doing is if you came from a mother and father who were married and grandparents who were married, your goal should have been to be like them and to have a man for your lifetime, not be unmarried, unattached, and have to worry about these decisions in your 30s. Changing up the Wi-Fi. I don't know. Sometimes it happens. So,
yes. Okay.
So
that's not me. Okay.
So, all things being equal, if you don't want to be married, what does that mean? You're going to be a single woman for the rest of your life.
Yes, but I feel like I won't be alone.
Okay. All right. Well, let's.
And that's her biggest fear. Her real biggest fear is being alone. That's what it all comes down to. You got to listen to what people say. She does not want to compete for someone. She wants someone to belong to her, and she feels entitled to it. Listen to what she says. She don't want to compete with other women. Get rid of all your women. Only deal with me. Why would I do something like that? Am I going to get any kids? No, I don't want any more kids. So I'm supposed to give up myself to someone who doesn't even want to reproduce me, and I got to take on her and her child that she made with another man. So you're done making kids because you made kids from the man you really desired or you did not desire, and you want to be with me, but you don't want to make any kids from me. That's just selfish. Why would I hire you? It's like saying, I want to work at your job. I want you to pay me to do absolutely nothing. And I want you to pay me because I need money to take care of my bills. I need money to buy things. I need money to travel. I need money to shop. And you should pay me because I need these things. And what does the employer get in return? Nothing. I'm not going to show up to work. I'm not going to do anything here. I'm just going to collect the check. That's what she wants to do. She just wants to collect a check. That's it.
For that, then, how long have you been watching my content?
Months. It's been a while.
At 40, the happiness curve inverts for men and women.
Mm.
Happiness for women are the most happy in their 20s, in their 30s, but at 40, it starts to go down this way.
Damn.
For men, it starts to go like this, because at our 20s, we're at the bottom of our earning potential. At 40, you don't see many women who are silver foxes and being sought after by everybody.
Damn.
That happens with men.
Damn.
So show me where unmarried women 45 plus are the majority and happy.
Man, he's breaking up.
Your Wi-Fi was going out. I didn't hear the ending of your
I was saying,
question.
show me where women you don't belong.
This shit is spazzing right now.
Where do you see really older women?
Come on, Kevin. Get the Wi-Fi right.
Is it me or is it you? Because you're not clear.
I don't know. It shouldn't be me. Let's see. Hold on.
Yeah, she's entitled, man. She's entitled. And she wants to be alone.
All right. So I'm asking a very simple question. You don't feel like you'll be unmarried, you'll be single, but you won't be alone. So that means you'll have a man?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Happiness for men and women at 40 flips. Where do you see where women over 40, 45 years old, where they're single and they're happy? What do you see that is the majority of women over 40?
I have seen quite a few. Quite a few.
The majority, not handfuls, not anecdotal.
Then maybe I haven't. I mean,
because it's not the norm. It's not the norm, man. Right now, you're still young enough to where. But
damn, Kevin.
Gonna be like.
Damn, Kevin.
What do you think?
I think. What did you ask? Your thing is going in and out.
I don't know why it keeps going in and out, in and out. All right, I don't know what's going on because I have 1, 2, 3, 4 bars here.
You're clear now. You're clear now.
1, 2, 3, 4 bars. I said, where do you go and you see where there are women who are happy? And I said, I want to age you up 20 years, and I want to see where you see a bunch of seniors who are senior women who are dating and happy.
40, I don't think so, man.
I've seen in the 40s now. I can't speak anything higher than that. No, I haven't. They're married or widowed.
Because, man.
It doesn't exist.
No.
Okay.
I mean, if it did, because there are plenty of older women.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not happy.
Okay.
So you're saying you don't want to have to compete. Okay, great. That's a choice you've made. You've chosen.
I don't mind competing. My thing would just be you answered it. When does it end? But you answered it. It never does.
When does a man have to stop being a man for a woman? When does a man get to put his masculinity down? See, I don't know.
But does he always have to be masculine at all times? If he has,
you want a man that's not. You want a man that puts his masculinity down.
I don't think masculine. I just don't think the competing would have to be forever. I want you to always be a man, yes, But I just don't, I guess I don't understand, what are you competing for once you have me?
So isn't this what women tend to complain about? Once a man has you, then he gets complacent.
Mm.
I'm sorry, say it again.
Isn't this what women tend to complain about? Once he got me, he don't do nothing anymore. He don't take me out. He don't do this. He don't do that.
Mm. That's the kind of girl she is.
That's what women
true.
complain
That
about.
is true.
Oh,
My
you're
question
my
is, why
husband. I
are you
don't need
modern
no
women so
freedom.
lazy? I mean, you already have a child,
Mm.
so it's already difficult enough to date because because you don't have a kid. Your parents are married, your grandparents are married, and you're openly choosing to say, "Well, I want to go through the rest of life by myself because sounds like having a man is too hard."
No, where did you get that I said it was too hard?
Well, you don't want to compete. You said you don't want to compete. Keep competing, and I don't understand why that's such a problem.
Maybe that is something I need to think about more. I just know that I understand that I have to compete in the dating when I'm dating you.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that. I have to
There
stand
should be a point in
out.
time when I can quit and just relax.
Mm.
I don't think you ever relax, but I also don't think that I have to, if I have to keep worrying about other women, then I feel like we have another problem.
Yeah, you. Problem is, I'm keep getting more valuable. That's why other women trying to come in, and you're trying to sit back like I should just be entitled to this and do nothing for it. No, girl, win me over. Every day we got to win people over. Our friends over, our employer over. Every day you can't say, well, gee, boss, I've been good for the last 5 months. I should be able to have a shitty week, 2, 3, 4 weeks. I've been good for like, 20 weeks. And that's what people are trying to rationalize. Like she just once she has a job, that's it. She's gonna do everything. She's gonna work so hard at the interview. She's gonna perform well in the beginning, and then after a while, she's like, "Well, I got this job. It's my job. I don't gotta do nothing for it." Worst kind of. Why hire someone like her to be your girlfriend or employee? Why? Because she's clearly saying that the only work needs to be done is an acquisition, right? In real estate, we say the hardest part is not necessarily getting the person, getting the deal, and closing the deal. The hardest part is maintaining a relationship because most people don't do it. Most people don't maintain a relationship. Therefore, they'll have one person buying a house and they'll neglect that person after that house is bought. They'll never keep in contact with them, never keep a relationship with them. They were just transactional. And then what happens? They have to start the whole process over again. But if you keep that person as a relationship, as a lead, as someone that you need to nurture, he becomes part of your pipeline, your database, and where you can have a long-term relationship with them, which is more profitable, right? Because now they can refer you homes. And if they buy another home, they'll have you as a realtor. That's what you understand, that maintaining nurturing relationships is the real goal in relationships, not just acquiring them. She knows she could get sex. So long as she could get sex, she feels that's it. That's it. So she's lazy in the sense where, no, girl, you got the sex, but keep it going. Keep the house clean, keep yourself in shape, keep being that top performer. Why someone hired you to begin with in the first place?
Well, seems though women are the ones that walking out of relationships 80+% of the time. We're not the problem.
Okay.
Again, 80% to 90% of the divorces filed in the Black community are filed by Black women. You divorce twice as much as you marry. So we were the most married group of people prior to 1965. But I think this problem fits squarely in your generation, in my generation, as to why you decided to have a child before you had the bonds of marriage. You were told not to do that, but you chose to.
Mm-hmm.
So you permanently lowered your sexual marketplace value. And I will just be honest, it is incredible to men to think that a woman who's a single mother today can walk around like she's got leverage. Because mothers in my generation and previous, they were thrilled, ecstatic, grateful if a man would consider marrying them. Because you were not considered to be wife material once you had a child. And today it's like single mothers feel like I'm a package deal and you should still do more. Now that's on your side right there. That's not on my
No,
side. That's on your
that
side.
was me. That was me. That was me.
So the question becomes, fine. Did you go to college?
I did.
Uh, sorry. Are you in the top 9% of earning Black women?
I wouldn't say top.
That means 75,000. Okay, $75,000 or more.
Not quite there now.
Okay, then what state do you live in?
I'm in Maryland, Baltimore.
Okay, so practically, ma'am, you ain't gonna have enough money to retire on.
Okay.
Marriage is not a. See, this is what I need women like you to understand. The way you're speaking is though marriage is an option,
like a luxury.
If you don't make enough, I gave the example of a woman making $20,000, of a person making $50,000 from age 25 to 65. Okay, and then getting a cost of living adjustment every year of 3%, and in that 40 years they're saving $200 a month. That person would still have almost a $790,000 shortfall in their retirement. Meaning between 65 and 85, you're gonna need $2.9 million to live on. Unless you're making two plus incomes, you have a child and you can't do this. How do you plan on how's it supposed to work without a man? The numbers don't work.
It's the I don't need a man culture. That men are just a luxury, not a necessity. That's why that need part is really harmful, because we're just looked at as like we're just disposable. No one needs men. You know, I need a man like a fish needs a bicycle, right? That's what they were saying. Like a fish needs a bicycle. But here, Kevin Samuels proven that if you're not making that kind of money, you're gonna be hurting at the end of life. If you're fortunate enough, rest in peace to the Godfather, to get to your 60s and up to your 80s.
Man, to survive.
Okay. Who's going to take, okay, with one income and no Social Security to rely on, whatever you save is what you'll have to live on. Okay?
I'm following.
If you don't have $2.9 million, and let's be honest, most people don't have that. You don't even have half of that. Then who's supposed to take care of you? Where's the money going to come from?
I would think that, I mean, maybe not half of that I could get to, but by myself. But you're right, the other half, no.
So that means what?
I need a man.
Well, see, that's what you ladies don't seem to get. Because if a man can't pay.
And if you need him, that means you need to do something for him. Like you need a job, so you need to do something for that job. I need employment. Why do you need employment? Because I need money. I need a man. Why? Because I need money. So what you going to do? You're going to have to do something for it. Nothing strange for this bit of change. Nothing strange for this bit of change.
Have government shelters in places. And you're starting to see more homeless women because the government cannot afford this. So talking about competing and not and this and that, I'm like, do you not understand that this ain't really an option for you? You need a man. That's why your grandmother and grandfather, they got somebody in the house, somebody to rely on, and you're going out here alone and not making the income of 2+ people. You have a child. So that example I gave was with a single person.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have you ever really thought about life this way?
No. No, my mother got divorced, but she makes, I come from a good stock of family, so I just figured that I seen my mother do it, divorced, that it can
What's your
be
mother
done.
do for a living? What's your mother do for a living?
She's been an administrative, HR, has a PhD. She did it all.
I'm a PhD. But that ain't. But your mom thing. But the problem is, young lady, and this is where the women are failing y'all. telling you could be out here with a kid and making decent money, that having a man is something that's an option to where you can decide to say, I don't want to compete. Okay. Where you really should be thinking, if I were lucky enough to find a man who I had to compete for, thank you, Jesus, because that means I will be able to put a roof over my head, food in my stomach, the medicine I need, and the quality of life until I die. Thank you. And I will do whatever it takes to make sure I keep that man here because I am blessed to have that. That's why all them other women want him, because they ain't going to even have half of what I have. So tell me why it's not worth trying to compete for again? If you're not going to even have half of it?
You broke it down in a different way. It's something to think about.
And the thing to think about is you ladies treat men like we're optional.
Facts.
And like we're nothing to be, like a man is nothing to have to work for.
Facts. Because you know why? They feel a lot of women are just so used to being desired. They don't think that desire is going to run out. They're not thinking that, hey, I'm 35. By the time I hit 40, it's gone. They're thinking that people are going to want me forever, right? Not 5 more years. Oh, you only got 5 more years of desire. No, not 5 more years. People are going to always want me. A man's going to always want to take me on a date. A man's going to always want to try as hard as to get with me. No. You forget when you hit 40, there's a girl turning 18 every day. 21 every day, 22 every day. That's real competition. And guess what? They don't got kids and they don't want as much. That's your real enemy. That's your real enemy. It's not us. So you don't be mad at us. It's not us. I didn't make these rules. I'm not giving birth to these kids. I'm not raising these women, right? But a new girl turns 18 every day. And busloads, by the way. There's new freshmen every year at colleges. Every year. New freshmen every year. Something to think about. And she's a pretty girl, so she's probably so used to men want to do the world for her. She just thinks that that's life forever. Every girl thinks this is life forever.
So I'm going to ask you a question. Do you feel like a man should have to work for you?
Uh-oh. To some degree, yeah.
Do you, if you were a product on the shelf next to other women, would you be average price? If you're a restaurant next to all other women out here, where are you at on the menu? $, $2, $3 signs, $4 signs, or $5 sign?
Humbly, I'll say 3.
Humbly.
Yeah. So that puts you right about in the Outback range. Applebee's.
Yeah.
Okay, now give me 4. What's 4?
That puts you around Pappadeaux, Ruth Chris area. It's expensive.
Okay.
People work an entire year to go to Ruth Chris on their anniversary, right? If they're lucky. I used to work at Pappadeaux. So you expect a man to have to pay Ruth Chris prices for you. And you don't want to have to compete to keep Ruth Chris lifestyle. Ain't that something?
Mm-hmm. Must be nice. I want to be wealthy and rich and do nothing for it. Everybody wants something for what? Nothing. They want what? Something for what? Nothing. This woman wants something. A man, his value, his sexual loyalty, and she doesn't want to have to work for it. That's what she should tell men. Hey, I want you. I don't want to have to work for it. I don't want to give you any children. Just come out straightforward. Oh, for one. I don't want to compete with other women. I want you exclusively, and I want you to be high value. I want this high lifestyle, and I want to do nothing for it. Oh, I'm going to cook. I'm going to clean. That's it. That's it. Homeless people got someone cooking and cleaning for them. Right? Right? City cleans up the trash, right? And people give him money. So even a homeless man is being sought after in a way, right? So what are you gonna do different for the Ruth Chris? Let's hear what she says. She don't want to do nothing different for it.
Okay, fair enough. It's fair.
So,
Fair enough.
so, and how we got
She's
here
right.
was the
Oh,
whole
she
notion of
agrees.
pretty privilege. As an attractive woman, you've been able to live and negotiate on your looks. That ends.
Yeah.
That ends. Ask Halle Berry.
Mm.
Most beautiful woman 3 times in a row. She fucked around and had to have a baby by an underwear model
Mm.
and complain about child support.
Mm.
I think y'all need to start,
She was a
particularly in our
five in the
community,
prices.
Black women really need a come to Jesus movement, a moment, and you really need to reframe how you look at your men. Because no other group of women looks at their men as not, I don't want to have to compete. Because I'm gonna say this and we can end it. Do you, I don't know if you've ever been around other groups of women, but I don't ever really hear other groups of women saying, I don't want to have to work to compete to keep my man. I see Becky and Marisol and Mylene getting up in the morning running, and it's cold outside.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the gym?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You go to the gym? All right.
Yeah.
Be honest. Is the gym majority sisters? Can't be. 80% overweight.
Okay.
Mm.
Now, I think
So-
it's 50-50 where I am, but
Okay. But the point is, women in our community, as single women, 80% are overweight. And 80% of that number is obese. That's before marriage and kids and everything else. We don't even know. But the point is, women of a group tell men what they think they deserve by their looks and their attitude.
Mm.
So we can't be surprised where men are basically are saying that they're asking you ladies what you bring to the table. And you can't be surprised that Black men, especially the higher value Black men, y'all tend to get mad when they ain't with y'all.
Mm.
She cutting out again. This is a good conversation though.
Yeah.
I think it's something that as a group that we really have to address. I'm gonna go ahead and let her bounce out because her stuff froze. But yeah, I don't get why ladies don't think they should have to compete. I don't get why women don't feel like they should have to compete, but men should have to compete.
But they want equality, right? They want equality. Equality of what? Not lifestyle. You want us to work hard and you guys have it easy. So it's not going to be, that's not the equality of that. And you want a man to accept you with a child and you're not going to give him children. How's that equal? So I'm about to have no children and you're going to have, like, come on, man. Where the fairness in this? All right, man. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I swear, man, some women don't got it all the right up here. Some women do, right? Where they at? Please follow, like, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.